Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this flying bird animation in After Effects without using any third party plugin. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe Illustrator. I'll provide this link of this illustration in the description. I have downloaded this from freepik.com. So out of these 6 birds we have to deal with this one. Press Ctrl Shift C to copy this bird. Hit Ctrl N to create a new document. Width is 1920 and height is 10. Hit 0 and hit create, and press Ctrl V and press E and drag it something like this, and I'll put it on the center. Right click and ungroup this. So hit V to select our selection tool, and I'll delete this. Right click, ungroup, and press Ctrl X on keyboard. Create a new layer from here. Press Ctrl Shift V. Also select this one. Ctrl X. Create new layer. Press Ctrl Shift V. Zoom out a little bit. Right click and make it ungroup. Select this one. Hit Ctrl X. Create new layer. Press Ctrl Shift V. Again select this one. Ungroup. Select this one. Press Ctrl X. Create new layer and press Ctrl Shift V, and select all of them and drag it down. Now select this eye, press Ctrl X, create a new layer, press Ctrl Shift V. I'll call it as eye. Press Ctrl, select this one and this one, press Ctrl X, create new layer, press Ctrl Shift V. I'll type wing. Select this, press Ctrl X, create one new layer over here, press Ctrl Shift V. I'll call it as back for now, and we'll choose this as main, something like this, and press Ctrl S and save this. I'll name it as Untitled 1 and hit save and hit OK. Now after that, what I'll do is go to the After Effect, create new composition. I'll type as main animation. Width is 1920, height is 1080, and frame rate is 30 and duration is 30 seconds. And for the background color, I'll choose solid white and hit OK. Choose this grid and guide option and title safe action. Now press Ctrl I on keyboard to import our Illustrator file. Select this Untitled 1 and import as, and go to the footage and choose composition, return layers and sizes. Select this one and make sure that this option is unchecked and hit import and drag down this file over here. Now after that, what I'll do is go inside this and press Ctrl K, and as we can see the background color is black, so instead of black we want white, so hit OK. Now what we need to do is select this wing, press Y on keyboard and drag this anchor point over here. After that, what we need to do is select this eye, hit Ctrl D, press F4, and in track matte I'll choose alpha matte and select this, not feet, but let's name it as feet. Also this feet, leg, this one also has leg, and anchor point should be here, and for this one anchor point should be here. Drag it over here. This one should be parent with this one, and this one should be parent with this one, and this one should be parent with our main. This, choose this back and adjust this anchor point over here, and also make it parent with main. Select this wings and eyes and make it parent with the main. Now after that we need to animate this main. First of all, we will scale it a little bit down, and I'll adjust this anchor point over here. Hit W for rotation, and I'll rotate it initially something like this. Now press V and I'll move it over here. Press P on keyboard, hit U so we can see our keyframes. Press R on keyboard for rotation and hit U, and let's say at 1.5 seconds I'll go to the align tab and align it to the center just like this, and our rotation should be 1 0, or you can say something like this. So if we hit play, we are getting something like this. After, go few frame forwards and create one keyframe over here, and at this keyframe I'll move it a little bit upward, and we can see we are getting some glitches over here. So what I'll do is I'll select this position keyframe, right click, keyframe interpolation. Instead of auto bezier, I'll choose linear. So we are getting something like this. Select these keyframes and hit F9. Go to choose this convert vertex tool and move it over. Just click over here. So after clicking this, as we can see, we are getting this kind of handles. So what we can do is we will drag this handles like this. Again we are getting this type of problem. So for that, what we can do is just go over here, zoom in, Control C, Control V, select these two keyframes, right click, keyframe interpolation, current settings to linear, so we will not get this error. And for at this point rotation, I'll choose something like this, and let's see over here rotation should be something like this. After that, what I'll do is I'll create one keyframe on this leg. Press R on keyboard, create one keyframe, and at this point again create one keyframe, go over here, and I'll move it something like this. Select these keyframes, hit F9. Drag it over here. After that, select this feet, press R on keyboard, create one keyframe. At this point it should be something like this, and at this point it should be 0. Select these keyframes, hit F9. So we are getting this secondary action, and you can move it over here something like this. Yep, this looks good to me. Select this, oops, select this back, press R on keyboard. Over here it should be like this, create one keyframe. Over here it should be 0. Select this keyframes and hit F9. At this point it should be like this, and after some time it should be down, and then something like this. Move it over here. Yep, this looks good to me. And after that what we will do is we need to animate this wing. So for that, first thing I'll do is I'll convert it into 3D. And after that what I'll do is, at this point where our wings are visible, what I'll do is I'll check how it looks, create one keyframe in all of them, hit page down button 2 times, and let's make it something like this. And then hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and enable this option. So as we can see, we are getting something like this. So after that what we need to do is select this and drag it over here, hit Ctrl C and hit Ctrl V, few frame, hit Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and follow this procedure. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Delete this. At this point we need to delete these keyframes. Select these keyframes and we need to increase the distance. As you can see, at this point again what I'll do is I'll rotate it at this point and again copy the initial value, increase the distance. Now hit Ctrl D on keyboard and drag this over here, and for the port hit P on keyboard, and what we will do is we'll move the position of this one over here, and after that what we will do is we'll just move it 2 frames from over here. Not 2 frames but only 1 frame. Yep. So we are getting this kind of animation. Now we need to also animate the eyes of this bird. So for that what we will do is select this keyframe of position, create one keyframe, again hit one keyframe in the middle one. What I'll do is zoom in a little bit, press V and drag this down. And after this again create one keyframe, select these keyframes, hit F9, alt click on the stopwatch and type loop out expression, and move this over here. Fit. This looks good to me. After that we need to animate the, not animate but adjust this graph. Select, go to the graph, select this graph. I'll move it over here, adjust this graph like this. Select this graph and adjust it like this. And move it over here. So yep, this is our final animation of bird flying and landing. If you want, then another thing you can do is go to the main animation, hit Ctrl D, press S on keyboard, unlink this option. Instead of 100, I'll choose -100. Hit P on position property and drag it down. And if you want to match this, just rotate it a little bit and adjust this feet. It's not necessary to adjust it completely. Hit T, let's make it 20, so you will get this kind of animation. And after that, if you want, then you can improvise it. Like, I'll create one keyframe over here and I'll move it over here. Press one keyframe on our rotation. At this point, let's hit W. It should be like this. Choose this legs, press R, create one keyframe. After this, rotate this. Go over here. Select this fit, press R on keyboard, create one keyframes at this keyframe, rotate this, select these keyframes and drag it over here. Select this back, press R for rotation and create one keyframe. At this, it should be down and move it like this. And after that, what we need to do is select this wing, create one keyframe, or you can select this keyframe, hit Ctrl C and hit Ctrl V, and we can adjust this. Hit Ctrl V over here also and move this over here. Select this back. After this, you again move it a little bit upward and then downward, so it will create a secondary motion. If we see our main animation, it will look something like this. Select this one, select all of them and choose this option. So yep, this is our final basic animation of our bird. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then please consider to subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon for more updates. Until then, stay tuned.